gonna keep going. Even though you told me we should turn around, I'm gonna keep going.
In this episode, we're opportunistic about our daikon needs.
I don't know if that's stealing or just being opportunistic about your daikon needs.
Make a new gamble.
Ooh, new gamble. You think there's a turd?
And Rubiks Cube. Good morning from Busan. Walked out of our hotel and I saw this sign. And again, this comes into like, I love not being able to read anything. I love just being completely clueless. It's so like, I don't know, awe-inspiring or something. I like this like childhood thing. But it's got me because, okay, we can go to, let's see what we can get out of the sign. Mr. Healing Premium Body Care and the word cafe is here. And everything else I can't read. Except for the 50-minute chair. We can chill in a chair for 50 minutes. Something, a drink, obviously, and NASA. So I don't know if we're going to space. Maybe this is a space capsule, and like you get to drink a thing before. But then the edition seems like it would be in a different order. You know what I mean? Like it seems like you'd start with the space capsule, and then this, and then maybe the drink, and then the NASA. I don't know what's going on, but it's just delightful to be this clueless about stuff. Katie wants to correct me.
No, I waited until the camera was off. If you want to call NASA Nassau, you can call it Nassau all you want. You just sound like a really southern boy that plans to go to the moon.
For breakfast, we have come over to a little place that makes a toast sandwich, which is something that I've been really excited about because when we were in Korea years and years ago, we found kind of this like convenience store type place, these ladies making sandwiches that were incredible, and they were really strange. There's cheese, egg, ham, and then, if memory serves me, there's mustard and jelly. And it's been a thing that I have started to make at home for myself, and Katie makes better than I can make for me as well periodically. But we Googled it before we came to see if we could figure out like, can we have something similar to that here? And you kind of can, but it's not quite as strange. This is more of a straightforward sandwich, which is just toast and some ham and egg thing that she like puts cabbage into the egg omelet sort of, and then some melty cheese. And you get the whole thing for not, I don't know, $1 or $2. It's pretty cheap. And it seems like it's pretty popular with tourism. The menu is in Japanese, so you can tell like there's like a lot of people that are coming. It's also in Korean, but it just felt like a touristy thing. But it still seems like, you know, maybe, I don't know. I haven't seen any Korean people walking around eating these things, let's put it that way. But I know I probably am gonna like it. It's really good. Yeah, I don't know how to like express. I guess there might be ketchup on it. I mean, like it's a sandwich. You know what I mean? Like, how does it go wrong? I do kind of wish that it was like the ones that we had when we were in Seoul, and I wonder if you knew the right terms to search, you'd be able to find something like that where they put jam in it and stuff, because that was like just so weird and exciting, and the sweetness was really good. But so we'll keep our eye open, and if I see one, I'll get another one because I'll get another one. The lady also does strawberry juice. I think either strawberries are in season here or they're a big thing because we're seeing them like everywhere. But yeah, I mean it's a blended up strawberry juice is good. So for like a breakfast meal, this is a really good match. And I don't know, it was like a few dollars, so it's great. We didn't get a chance to film there or inside, because they have a sign up that says no filming, which I think is probably a result of probably a lot of tourism, people going in there and making videos like this, and it just like clogs up the pipes and like people are in the way. It's a little narrow place, so that's why we got it take away and we're eating it sitting over a gutter with a bunch of cars going by. This morning we're just walking a long straight stretch through the gridded part of the city to get to the outskirts and then go hopefully find something exciting. But on the way, we're constantly being passed by motorbikes. Motorbikes are a huge part of the transportation and stuff, and like people doing work and carrying things around and getting around, and it's just much more prevalent than you'd see in Japan, but not to the same degree that you would see in some place like Vietnam or something. So it's not like the most extreme level of motorbiking culture, but it's still pretty popular. A lot of the motorbikes are customized. We looked at this and we were like, is this a dead motorbike or a live motorbike? We kind of can't tell. It feels like it's in a place where it'd be used, but it's hard to tell because it looks like the gas tank is missing, right? But we think maybe the gas tank is under the seat. I'm not sure, but the guys been saying that a lot of the bikes are customized for the job that they're going to be doing. So this one has got this platform on the back, and then they built this up like this so you can like strap things or stack boxes or do whatever, so that it helps you do your job. You can move your whatever it is you're moving to wherever you're going on your little motorbike, and you're not going to be stuck in traffic. You can like swerve around inside of like streets and go through pedestrian areas, and they kind of just go anywhere. It's just, it's fun. It's fun, exciting, and if you hear one coming, you kind of got to get out of the way, otherwise you're just going to make a guy upset. It's probably not going to hurt you.
Man came out of the shop, told us that was the Rolls Royce of Korea. Boy, was that funny. We had a good chuckle, and then we asked him where the gas tank was, and we were right. It's underneath the seat. And I think he was pretty happy to just make jokes and see people interested in his random motorbike outside. I'm starting to feel like everything that I want to do here, once I decide I want to do it, you can't do it. I won't get into the many times this has happened in other situations, but the one that's happening right now is yesterday I saw tons and tons of people just walking around with open cup, like, coffees, like little paper cup coffees. And I just thought to myself, gosh, that's a real local thing. Like, everybody has coffee in their hands, and I'm looking for someone now and they don't. But we've walked through like crowds of them as we were going through the market. They've all got just this cup of coffee, and I want it, and I want to figure out where you get it from, and I can't figure out where you get it from. We've gone by 25 people this morning, maybe more, that are drinking coffee, and yeah, I should probably balls up and ask them where did you get it, but I kind of want to just, it's like looking for a geocache or like just solving the mystery on your own. But I think it is going to come down to me asking someone where they got it from. Eric's suspicion is that it's coming from a vending machine, but we have not seen a vending machine. One thing that we also thought about was that there's just like a little lady in the market that has a very small shop and all they do is coffee. They don't do anything else, so you're not really, it's not eye-catching. It's just a lady with some cups and coffee. And there may be other options, like they're going to a coffee shop that's on the edge of the market and we don't see it. I don't know. So we're still looking for where everyone's getting coffee, and I'm gonna find it. Oh, that's a very small hole. Doing a good job. What? Why is so much coming out? Well, I got a runny nose. And normally I carry around a packet of tissues that's half this size, and there's probably like 5 tissues in there. This is the only size of portable tissue I can find, and I think it's going to be epically irritating because it wants to be the pop-up kind. But I also don't want to wipe it on my sleeve in public again.
That's the kind of behind-the-scenes information you only get watching our videos. Nobody else is like talking about the tissues, you know what I'm saying?
This is the second store I went to for tissues, and this is what they sell, so
next
you
up,
have to get that.
You just gotta find the coffee, man.
Where's the coffee? I'm gonna find it. It's out there. I've seen so many people, and you weren't even looking at it when I told you about it. You were like, oh, everybody has this shit.
Katie looks like she's given up on her hunt for the little cup coffee, and she's just going to a regular coffee shop. We'll have to continue the hunt tomorrow maybe, or I don't know, maybe if I find the little cup coffee, I'll buy one. I bet it's not good.
Everybody knows I'm a posh ass bitch. Had to go over to the to the Burnout Coffee and get a coffee. We've been looking for coffee for like an hour and a half now, so I'm done. I'm gonna get my coffee, and we will continue the hunt for the locals' coffee tomorrow. I'm wondering if it's really market-based, that you find it prevalently in the markets, and we are no longer in the markets. We are in the tourist town. It's hot. I drank it in front of the lady, and I was like, you are making a stupid choice right now, so I just did a very small sip.
How much was that coffee?
2001. It's way cheaper than other places. I don't want to say the place. Try not to compare. So just compare it to all the places, and I'm not comparing it to that place. Yeah, I thought it was considerably cheap for what it was. They had some interesting things on the menu, like coconut coffee, but that was 5,000. And I was like, nah, I'm not that committed to this moment to spend twice as much.
We're running low on candy from the feed bag. We're gonna have to load back up.
You think he's in the same spot today, or that he moves around?
Maybe he's moving with the coffee.
He did. Wait, did he have coffee? He was drinking coffee. He had a coffee cup. If you go back in that footage, you can see that motherfucker's coffee cup. I got footage for you. Everybody's drinking this. You could say that yesterday was market day. We didn't stray very far from the markets and we ate pretty much as we could. Today is going to be a colorful day. We are going to a village in Busan that is supposed to be like very colorful, pastel colors. All the buildings are painted in different ways, but it is uphill. We have been walking for quite a bit now, and it's just slow going up a hill. We're taking our time. We don't have a lot on the docket for today. But as we've been coming up here, we've been seeing like little, almost European-esque alleyways going off of the road. And we've been tempted to go on some of them that would have set us off course completely, but we went down at least one that was very cool. Just people's houses are on the side. You go down quietly. You don't want to bother anyone. And it's paved concrete that's good enough construction. Same as the burger from last night, which is interesting. I think we have quite a ways to go up the hill, but we're already seeing like a really beautiful view of Busan in the background. It's just clustered, and I like that clustering. But one thing I wanted to point out, which I feel detracts from the beautiful view, and you can go back to the beautiful view in a moment, but what's going on over here? Is this just where we put all the monitors?
Do you remember a few minutes ago where you said that yesterday we just stayed around?
This is gonna go badly.
Yesterday we just stayed around the market.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we like walked for hours out along the coast?
Well, I meant more in the sense that like our food adventure was market based, and that we did gravitate back and forth to the market. That was my thought. But yes, we did end up in the outskirts of
like I'm still
the Turkey Leg Island.
I'm feeling in my knees a little bit still just from the walk yesterday, and you're over here like, we didn't even do nothing but market.
Yeah, nothing but market. This is a very cute sign of what's to come. It's not as colorful as I expected from these guys, but still very cool. Like, these look like they were just made and put here yesterday. It's really cute.
We think we found the coffee machine that is doing the coffee in the little cups. I've seen these machines in other places, and it's what we've been looking for, but we haven't seen one until now at this like super complicated, lots going on area where we're in that like kind of village area. It feels touristy. Anyways, I'm gonna get one of these things and I'm gonna drink it because Katie already had a coffee that was like this big and it might kill her. So we're gonna put it in a Kroner here, and then I'm gonna press a Kroner button, and I hope it's gonna crap out a coffee. I have to hold it or something. Or this might say, it says 100 something. So maybe you can only put in 100 coins. I don't think it's working. Oh wait, hold on. There's a cup down there. It worked, I don't know. I didn't hear it fall out. Anyways, this is the little cup.
Where's your change?
I don't know. Maybe here? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we've got the little cup, and it's pretty sweet. It's pretty good. There's a reason they're drinking them out of these little cups. It's not bad.
Hold on, this jam's pretty good. How did we get over in this cove of happy for me? I guess I'm trying this coffee. That is sweet beyond belief. Oh my god. Taste of the coffee is not as good as Burnout, but the level of sweet that just impacted me, woo, that's all right. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Gotta find another one of these vending machines. I bet you there's a map on the internet.
Only real Mario fans have played Korean baseball Mario slot thingy. I'm gonna put this in here. Ooh, okay, so we got a little ball here, fell down. All right, what are we gonna get? No points. It's really hard to see through here. No points. No outs though, no outs. So it could be worse. Maybe that's the home run. If you can get it over there. Oh, okay, something happened. Oh, I got the ball. I won a ball.
You got the best one who's got sparkles. Give it to me.
No, this is my ball. You gotta be a Mario superstar like me.
What?
This is years and years of Mario expertise since the 80s, bro. That's how you get the ball.
Toasted marshmallow. Inside, ice cream. I can't believe we haven't run into this before. It's a good containment unit. You get to play with fire, and then there's ice cream inside. That's vanilla. I ordered choco. I think he gets to decide what we eat.
It's okay. I think it's like a cooler idea than it is in practice, to be honest with you.
I think you could have better quality ice cream inside.
Yeah. I think that it's mostly just the burnt flavor of the marshmallow. Like it doesn't taste even like as good to me as what is it called when roasted? Yeah, like a roasted marshmallow. Is that toasted marshmallow? What's it called? S'mores. That thing. To me, that's got more going for it. And you could have ordered chocolate ice cream, and he gave us vanilla. Whatever, it's not the end of the world. But I think you're right. The chocolate would have been better because it would have been more like a s'mores thing. And this is more like the vanilla just kind of disappears into the flavor of the marshmallow and stuff. Like there's not a lot happening here. It's all just like a little like the same thing. However, we do have a really nice view where we're sitting. And that makes it probably worth it, even though this thing was a tad expensive at 5,000 won. The view is probably, I don't know, 2,000 won worth of view. So it's not a total ripoff. We found a strange thing that I've never seen before. We think it's a fortune-telling situation. You find your horoscope, which I am the oxen or the cow, and you put 1,000 won into the machine over there, gives you a token. Then you bring that over here, put it into your cow. So that all might have seemed pretty normal so far. Then you're gonna take this over to the hammer. I feel like putting it this way is not the way to go. You'll just be closing it harder, even though that actually stays where it's supposed to. I think you have to hit it on the crease. There we go. 3 hits. So, we got one of these that I definitely won't be able to read. There's a bag in the background. I won't say it's money, but I will say looks fortunate. Using the translation that we have, it is not very clear whether this is a good or a bad omen. This is an epilogue. It reads more like a melodrama than a fortune, so that might be for another bit, like when I've got a considerable amount of time To learn Korean.
And get ready for the soap opera that is my fortune. But I think one of the main appeals to getting the ball was putting it in the box.
We've been in a little touristy village area, and it's fine. It's just a lot of tourism. Like, let's be real. It's just one of those places. Lots of people like lined up and taking pictures, and there's lots of souvenir shops and stuff. I mean, it's like fine that it exists, right? It's just like, how deep can you get into that? So we found this little path that we could walk up, and all these cherry blossoms were like raining down and stuff. It was really beautiful.
Whoa! Look at that shit! Oh my goodness.
now we've just decided to kind of like keep walking along the path, even though I'm not sure if we're supposed to, but we're just kind of like exploring now, because like down there, it's not really exploring as much as it is wandering. Like,
No, it's just being ushered down a path of commerce.
Yeah. This is way more cool to me, and the view from here is like astonishing. And you get to see all the colors of the different pastel buildings and stuff. And right now the cherry blossoms are blooming, and there are butterflies flying around us and stuff. It's pretty pristine.
Dude, this is stupid magical. I'm gonna keep going. Even though you told me we should turn around, I'm gonna keep going.
You know, sometimes we go places and they unexpectedly remind me of places we've been before that don't make any sense. But this place reminds me of the Isle of Vis in Croatia, because of the stone walls and stuff. Remember that? They had all these stone walls like built up in the hills and things.
No.
I don't remember
to
this.
watch those videos.
Yeah, but just something about that, and like just something about the vibe, minus the cherry trees and all the Korean stuff.
And the man that I met and said, "안녕하세요." I guess that would have been covered under Korean stuff.
So start here so you can't see my height, and then
I'm already going, dude. You're already up in that thing.
are you seeing this though?
What is this for?
This is for me barely. If I take my hat off and I'm on my knees, my head is still touching the top. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what this is. But I'm not gonna. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Whew. That's small.
I see you have traveled a great distance from your home
Gotta get some Croners out.
to the grocery store.
To the grocery store. I don't know what I'm getting yet.
I know what you're getting.
It's been a while. I was thinking about getting the cider. How do you feel about cider right now?
Does that all stand away, like upwind or no, upwind from you?
All right, so maybe I should get this one because it's a mystery.
Yeah, that one looks better than the
All right,
cider.
We'll get the mysterious one. Uh-oh.
You chose the cider.
Shit.
I don't know.
All right. I didn't mean to do that. I pushed it. I thought it didn't happen. I pushed it again, and then I pressed the wrong button the second time.
The first time, yeah.
Yeah. We got a cider. One of Katie's favorites. It's caffeine free, baby. Oh, this isn't the kind of cider you don't like. This is like the kind of cider that's like.
Shit sounds like a trick. Don't trust him. Don't trust. Look at his face.
I know, you're fine. I'm serious. It's not the bubblegummy stuff.
Can't really smell right now. It's just 7-Up. Ooh, it's nice.
Hi, Kitty. Can we be friends?
He's already spooked by the leaf.
He's chill. This cat looks like he's on drugs. What is the deal with all the monitors? Korea has a really strong Christian influence, and there's churches and stuff like all over the place, but there still are speckles of, assuming temple is going to be the right word, temples that pop up here and there. And as we were coming down the hill from up in the touristy area with all the cherry blossoms and stuff, you could see this as we were approaching it. It's pretty cool looking. It's a large building, and we were thinking maybe we'll get the opportunity to go in and walk around, but the gates are closed. It doesn't look like a go in and walk around type of thing. So this is what we get. Cool looking from afar though. Some people may be surprised to hear that chicken is a thing that's in Korea, but it's like a super thing in Korea, and they're super, super good at it. and to the point of where like if you go to like Korean restaurants and stuff, in maybe other countries where you guys live, but in Japan specifically, like you go into Korean restaurants, like they have chicken almost all the time, fried chicken, and they do it in like original flavors, and they do it with a variety of different sauces and flavorings and things like that they can put onto it. And we have just come into like a nondescript little random place on the road. This wasn't like something that we researched or anything. It's just, I saw chicken. I was like, let's go in the chicken place and eat. Here we are in the chicken place and eating. And aside from the fact that we have a couple of different types of chicken on our plate for us to enjoy, this is also our first encounter this time with the daikon, the pickle. I guess it's daikon. It's like
great.
A big radish.
This to us says
Korea.
Yeah,
it's like wonderful. I do remember them giving us salt with it where we went that one time. Like we went that one time many times.
Yeah. I saw where he keeps this, and I will take more
so
if we
good.
need more.
Okay.
I don't know if that's stealing or just being opportunistic about your daikon needs. I don't know.
So we ordered a half and half thing, and half of it is like a spicy red sauce Korean thing, and the other half was onions and...
I assume an onion dressing.
Okay, there's a lot of onions over there. So I watched him deep fry it, and then he cut some of it up with scissors to make it like bite-sized. Yo, it's so good. The only complaint that I have, it's kind of like sweet and it's spicier than like sweet and sour sauce that you would get at like a Chinese restaurant in America. It's way spicier than that, but it's still got a little bit of sweetness to it. My only complaint with this is I almost wish it was like a smaller portion of chicken and then like some rice or something. Like I feel like this is just one continual thing. And like other cultures seem to pair a deep fried item with a non-deep fried item, maybe. Well, what do you get in America? Like mashed potatoes or something. Deep fried chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, something like that. And like in Japan, you would have like a fried chicken and maybe some like rice or something. To me, this is this overwhelming amount of fried chicken instead of being like balanced with some other things as well. And there's other things on the menu, but almost everything on the menu is also deep fried. So you get like deep fried shrimp or like deep fried other things. Like I think you had deep fried potato wedges.
And I very much didn't see like a sides menu of like a salad or something along those lines.
Regardless.
The underlying seasoning is peppery and nice.
Regardless, yeah, it's hella tasty. And I don't know if it's gonna be the only time we have chicken while we're here, to be honest. What is this? What are you doing?
My glasses are broken. We have to go to the market and fix them. This is as good as it gets. So this entire video, I feel, is just us repeatedly saying that we don't understand something, and yet again we found something we don't understand. We are full of chicken, and now we are leaving and just walking down a very industrial road that doesn't really have anything that appeals to us. But behind me, and my pointing is not going to do a good job, there's a small house. It has a blue top, yellow, then blue, and then on top of it there's this structure that just keeps weirdly rotating and looking at us, and then we're rotating away. And I just caught a glimpse of it as we were walking and thought, that's strange, and I told Eric, and he was like, what is that? So we just sat there watching it, and we still don't know what this thing is. What is that? We rode the bus yesterday, but in our time crunch, I didn't really absorb or explain how the bus system works. So first off, you're gonna come to a bus stop and you're gonna ask, like, do buses come here? You can find out what buses come here on a printed thing here. These are all the buses that come here. Also on this sign it says the first and the last bus to come. So you can tell whether you're in the range of, is my bus going to come? From here, you cannot discern where those buses go or what time they come.
Well, I think it does say where they go. It's not in a language we can read.
Oh, yes, good point. For me, I can't tell. Then you come over to this sign. This sign is telling you, it will list all of the buses that are coming. So the 6 bus and the 9 bus, and it will tell you when they are coming next. So this one's coming in 2 minutes. The 16 bus will be coming. It will rotate through all of the numbers that you saw on the sign over there where it was just written, these are the buses that come to this place. So you've got the 161 coming in 1 minute. So you can find out when the bus is coming. And if you know which bus you need to ride, you're fine. If you don't, you'll have to do a little fandangling or internet, which we don't have, trying to figure out which bus you need to be on, or you just ask someone who comes up and tell them where you want to go. I don't know if I like this system or not. I do like knowing how long it's going to take for a bus to come. And it just said something to us, like audibly it said something, but there was absolutely no way for us to, one, understand, or to really hear it because of the amount of traffic. Makes me think that it's saying that somebody, like another bus is coming up soon, but I don't know. But it's kind of a cool system. You know when the bus is coming and if it's coming.
Yeah, but it doesn't think they're on a schedule, like specifically. They just every so many minutes, you know? But,
yeah, maybe it isn't a schedule. It's just they run their loop and then they're back when they're back. Who were you talking to?
How's it going here?
Well, we haven't signed up for a hike, but I think we're on one now.
Hold on, stop walking. So it doesn't look steep, but it is about maybe.
There's got to be like a grade indicator somewhere around here.
That's about the proper gradient.
I'm standing up and I can feel the tilt in my leg where you start stretching your back parts of the muscles here. I can feel that stretch happening just from standing.
Like seriously, for realsies, this is really steep. There's a dude walking up behind us that's exercising on this hill.
I don't know what country it was that we were in at one point, but we kept seeing cards, playing cards, just strewn on the ground in places. And we had like a game of just who can get closer to what's on the card. We have one that's flipped over here. We don't know what it is. We're gonna make guesses. You're gonna make guesses, but I should let you be able to see the cards that it will not be. You can't touch them. Just look at what's around, and you need to make your guess based on this. Feel free to pause the video now and argue amongst your friends and see who can get closest. All right, what do I think?
I think it's a 3 of the puppy dog prints.
3 with the puppy dog prints?
Yep.
We got a scary one down there. Well, that's not 3.
Yep, it's not 3.
I'm gonna go queen. Do I have to pick a suit?
Yeah, man, puppy dog prints, why not?
Well, normally I wouldn't pick one, but I'll go queen of spades.
Ow!
Oh, you got the puppy dog prints. Nice.
Yep, I was closest.
Yeah, you're definitely
Wait,
closest.
You said spades, right?
Yeah, I said spades.
Is that called spades? What is that?
No. Puppy dog prints is clubs.
Oh, okay, word. Yeah, I won.
Yeah. You won.
There we go.
Okay, so what a weird thing to just happen upon a man with a Rubiks Cube sitting in a chair. And I thought that Eric had his Rubiks Cube on him, and I thought, they're gonna start like just talking about the Rubiks Cube, but Eric didn't have the Rubiks Cube with him. So a weird exchange happened where I think the guy thought we wanted to buy the Rubiks Cube from him, but then these ladies across the street yelled to him like, no, he just wants to play it or do it or whatever you would say for a Rubiks Cube. So the guy handed it over. He was like joyful and happy, and then you solved like one part, and he just noticed as things were getting closer and closer. And this laugh is so good. And then when you finished, everyone was clapping. They were so excited about it.
Wow!
Thank you.
Sometimes you talk about like how you're the tallest person that people have ever seen. In this instance, for the Rubik's Cube, you might be the first time that anyone in person has ever seen someone solve it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was playing with it before. He really doesn't understand, like, obviously, like how there's like systems to put it together and make it like click into place,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He's just trying to brute force his way through it, which is basically impossible.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
really, if there had been 2 cubes there, we would have been going at it. And I know I would have taken longer than you, but I also would have gotten claps, and I would have been so happy. But there's only 1 cube, and I will let the more proficient player take the cube. You can hand it to me in the future when you get nervous like you did, and I'll help you. If you had one of those, would you let me wear it?
Keep putting that busted up shit on.
But the sun is still strong. We found some, what is it again? I forgot.
Ginger.
Some ginger that they're drying. And I've seen these contraptions before, and you just put them in and you get layers of drying for items that dry like this.
Korea has got these, you're really down there. Korea has got these parks that old people use to like work out and exercise and stretch and all that. And we've come across one, and we've got one of these guys here. And this is my favorite one to do because, I don't know, look at it, it's great. And check out the view you have from this thing. We've come around the corner of this hike up this hill that we did, which is a bit of a hike that we didn't expect to do, but worked out okay because we got to solve a cube with some old dudes. And we've got this really good view overlooking Busan. And you can see a lot of what we have done over the last 2 days. Off in the distance over in this direction is this island that we went out yesterday and walked along the coast and came back. And you can kind of see just like how ridiculously far away we walked through the nothingness and why we didn't make it all the way to the end when you can see it from this vantage point. And then of course you can see the whole bay and how the city is sort of wrapped around the bay. And Busan Tower is kind of off in the distance behind me. We found our hotel and we can see like a temple on top of a hill and all of the apartment buildings and the bustling area where the market is and everything, all in this clean, easy shot. And we started talking about how nice it is to be able to kind of like get up on a human scale and look out over a urban area and get an idea of the geography of it and how big it is and what the layout of it is and how that's different from where we live in Tokyo, because really there's only 2 ways you can get above Tokyo to see the whole thing, because there aren't really mountains close enough to it to give you a proper like perspective. So either you have to go up in the sky tree or go up in an airplane, and both of those don't really give you the same feeling that you get from this type of experience because you're inhumanly high. So the distance down is a weird perspective for your brain to kind of comprehend, as opposed to something like this where you hike up it, you feel the hike, you know how high you are, and it gives you the opportunity to actually absorb the distances and things that would be a lot harder to do from like an artificial point of liftage. I was just zooming in and making B-roll of some of the things that I had talked about in the video explaining the overlook. And the thing that I thought was a temple, I zoomed in on it. I was like, wait a second, it's got a sign on the top. But it's not a temple. Temples don't have signs on top. I zoomed in a little deeper. I was like, damn, that's a hotel. Descending down out of this hill, we're getting to walk through a very residential area that is very much where people are living in this region. It's got a really cool vibe on this hill. And it would be quite cool to live in an area like this if you were okay with all the stairs, which I'm not.
We found a Pegasus that has a elevator attached to it, so we're just gonna see if that's something we can do without getting run over, because that's important. That man's getting on, so that's promising. He did not hold the elevator for us. Shame. But that's okay. I don't want him to be all up in the video where we're just talking at a camera and he's standing in the background wondering what the hell is going on. Where's this elevator go? I love that we don't care.
There goes the man. That was the man who elevated. It goes down there.
I don't see any costs for this ride. Pegasus better not be taking me what is it when they do bad things to you, they reel you in?
A Pegasus?
A Pegasus.
I don't know what a Pegasus does. Here we go in.
Should we hold it?
Yeah, you should hold the door. There's a dude coming.
Hold it. You're definitely gonna go to the front. It's okay. It's okay. Let's go. This is a significant ride we're going on. Wow. Not the ride, but that thing on the ground. What? There's just a free elevator to the sky? That was great.
That would really take the sting out of living up there with all the stairs I was complaining about. If you could just elevate your way up a bit, that makes it maybe an okay place to be.
Another mode of transportation is happening. The elevator leads to a furuncular, and a furuncular is where it goes down at an angle. Or at least that's what we think, or we've labeled that such.
Oh, that guy smells like he's been drinking. It smells like a waft of alcohol.
Wow, here we go. About to get that dog. Ooh, this is a little unsettling. Whoa, that was not a comforting click.
The doggo can go in the furuncular?
Guess so. Ooh. Did you just say tall?
I don't know.
She either said tall or tall. Don't know.
It's Korean for babe.
Yeah, definitely Korean for babe. Well, that was awesome. And if we want to go back up to that viewpoint that we just had, it's so incredibly easy. I can't believe we found an elevator in the sky.
Come here. That was
this?
That was you. Look, he's got the hood on and everything.
Yeah, we look great. About to fununk and then elevate. That was cool. This is already happening in the world, but maybe this is a little bit strange. This store over here, you can see there's a register. And that register is for self-service. There is not an attendant in this room at all. And next to it is a bunch of video footage, so you know you're being watched. Right now, there are tons of cameras in here that I actually cannot see.
Yeah,
there.
look above you. There's a bunch of them there. Yeah, they're all over the place.
So, we are being watched, we know that. And it's a self-checkout place that's talking to me right now. Why are all the digital things trying to talk to me? But the weird thing about this place is that it seems like they're selling every type of ice cream that could be sold in Korea. Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. Ice cream! I really do like ice cream. I might get some. We're gonna have to take a break for me to fully assess the gamut that is here and whether I want to eat it. That's a lot of ice cream to assess. Oh, ice cream! Don't be upset, we didn't get ice cream. I feel like I'm doing it wrong, but we already had ice cream today, so I'm not worried about that. I'm getting what just looks delicious to me. And it's these little cereal bars. We don't really have those so much where we're living. Again, not saying the name, not comparing, but don't have those. And I also saw these little beer lollipops. Somebody's getting a beer lollipop.
I like how it's like popped your face up on the screen so that you like really know you're being watched. Like there's no question to it.
4,000, we're doing cash. I've got a 5. You put the 5 in.
Uh-oh.
Orange seems correct. So I should get 1,000 back. And
He's asking maybe about the receipt. Okay, anyway, I think we're good. I bet this says like if there's a problem you can call. Is that a phone number maybe?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
That looks like a phone number, yeah, 010. Very cool. I would come back here in an ice cream emergency.
Yo, I'm trying to get up into pizza eating. I'll be eating some pizza of my own. When you come to a new place, one of the things that is important to figure out, especially if you're in like an urban area, is transportation card method. Because yesterday we got on a bus and had to fuddle around with cash, and the bus driver is not used to dealing with cash. He can, but obviously everybody usually is just clicking in and out with a transportation card because that's much easier. Maybe an app tied to their phone or whatever. And Busan is, according to Wikipedia anyways, famous because they had the first card tap-in system in the world in 1998. It's called the Hanro system. And I was excited to get to use the Hanro system because I was like, oh, it's the first one. I don't know if this is accurate. It's just what it said on Wikipedia. So we had this name, Hanro system. Okay, so we're going to use the Hanro card. So we were going to hunt this down. But as I
found out that we could get it at a station. We could just come here and buy a Hanro card at the station. That's where we're at right now.
Yeah. However, it gets really absurdly complicated.
Well, we get to the station, there is nowhere to buy a Hanro card. We went to the station machine and all you can buy is a direct ticket to somewhere. Then we saw that there's a HU Metro vending card and that will vend you some sort of seasons pass. But it doesn't say whether it's for just the subway or just the bus. So I went in and I talked to a guy, showed him the Hanro card, and he was like, we don't sell that here.
So the machine with the HU Metro machine only sold seasons passes for children, by the way. You couldn't buy them for an adult,
yes.
So I don't know what's going on there.
We were just lost on that. So we both did a little bit of research, and I decided, okay, we're going to go and find the Cashby card. The Cashby is a whole nother card. We don't know why, but Eric looked it up, and then in that system, it talks about another card that's called the Loca Mobility Card. And we were like, I don't even know what that is. So we pushed that aside. We're heading down the road for the Cashby. We decided we're going to head over to 7-Eleven where the website says it's sold. But we stopped at the GS25 and just asked the guy, do you sell Cashby cards? We showed him it on the app. He was like, yeah, I got you. We go up there, we buy them, we put money on them, and then we walk out of the store, and we've got T-Money cards. So I'm just like, okay, this could really go badly that we've like bought these cards, put money on them. So I went in and I asked the guy, I was like, is this gonna get us on the subway and the bus? And he said yes. So hopefully we're not getting swindled by the nice guy at the GS25.
It's just rather unbelievable how many of these things there are. And then like there's other ones like apps tied into your phone and all this stuff. It's just so confusing. It's just like, whoa, why don't we just have one of these things? Why are there 90 of these things? And like some of them give different discounts and percentage points or something and like all sorts of like chaos.
But props to the dude at GS25 for speaking the English that I needed to make this purchase.
Absolutely.
I am so thankful.
You asked for the honeybee card? What was it? The Cashbee card. And he knew what we wanted. He knew they're all the same, but we don't know.
Did you know that you can go anywhere?
Can you go anywhere?
You can't get on the train.
You can't get on the train, only the subway.
There's just a toilet on the street. You think there's a turd in there? Ooh, new gamble. You think there's a turd? Ooh, it's not looking so good. No turd, but bad news. Wow, that was a bit of a minute.
So we've decided that we're going to do a grilled meat Korean things for dinner. And what did this work out to be? Like $36 or something like that? Mm-hmm. And we've got like a huge spread of food. How many grams did it say it was? 650 grams of, I am assuming, meat. But he brought out basically like an entire pig and a whole bunch of kimchi and some salad and some rice and some peppers. But we got a lot of stuff here, and there's some, I believe this is shochu. This is like the brew of Korea, and we've encountered this in the past. Katie slept next to a toilet once because of some of this. So you're gonna spend the night in here?
Maybe.
they cook it for you, which is different than what happens when you go to yakiniku in Japan, where they just give you the meat and you're responsible to cook it for yourself.
Yeah, they came over here, they cooked it, and then we just sat there kind of waiting, because you normally just wait until everything's done and you're on your own. You don't sit there and eat in front of the person, but he was like, eat now. So we ate. So we've had some bites of things. We have some dippers here. We have some other little pastes and stuff that we can put on things. We have a salad. We have some kimchi. We have some pork skin that we don't know what to do with. I touched it and didn't feel like it's been cooked, so I freaking hope that dude comes back and saves us from this pork skin. But
my favorite part is they put down a big chunk of meat and you're like, how are we going to cut that? All we have is like chopsticks. And then he brought out scissors and he just cut it with scissors.
We found out why they got the gigantic scissors. That was a curiosity from yesterday's market adventures.
This is fun because there's a lot of like, I don't know what this is. Can we put this in that? Like there's a brew boiling on top of the thing. And the way that we found this place is we just like walked into an alleyway basically, and it had lots of lights. And Katie was like, let's go down this sparkly alleyway. So we went down the sparkly alleyway, and then we saw people like sitting outside drinking, and it felt like kind of boisterous. It's Friday night, and a girl went outside, and you've got these coals, and she put this coal in this box and lit it on fire to warm it up. And that like is a surefire, like they're grilling meat in this place. And the reason that we decided specifically on this place, because I walked around looking for those coals at the restaurants around the area, and they didn't have coals, they just had like squids. And squids wasn't what we were into, so coals is where we went. And that's how we landed here. And it seems like good. I'm happy with what we got. I think that this is going to be a full meal.
I can't, this is a 4-person table. I cannot imagine how they do 4 people at this table.
Yeah, it would be a lot of stuff all over the place. It would be a lot.
I saw at some of the tables, people were putting their bottles under the table. I can see why they did that now. At first, I thought they were just getting too rowdy, and they must have been cranked when they left, but there's just not space.
And we didn't even address, like, Freezy here. This is like the exhaust. So like you could technically move this up, but he keeps putting it down. So I don't want to like start a fire.
Don't change the man's cooking apparatus.
Fire infrastructure needs to be stayed as delivered.
I don't call him motherfucker. I call him the man. Don't mess with the man stuff. He's in charge. They also grilled some pineapple.
I dig it. These places can be a little bit intimidating, but we just kind of like went, we'll just do it. Jumped off the cliff and here we are. And they came up to us like, we don't have an English menu. But we did finally use Google Translate to translate their menu, so we could at least know that we weren't getting into the wrong direction. And it's like the 2-person set is 49,000 won, so we just were like, a 2-person set, please. And
a 2-person set,
that was all they needed.
Wow, that pepper just like kind of melted. Interesting. They gave us garlic and peppers and they did nothing with it. Have you even noticed there's daikon over here?
No. There's like all these little hidden surprises.
Very crazy.
This is fun.
Yes. I did some bad stuff, and that was that I ate this before they cooked it. We'll see if there are consequences to those actions, but it's been cooked now, and we've been instructed on how to eat it. They gave us 3 different kinds of something. This is a powder. With this powder, you can either add it to the red sauce or the super hot sauce, he said. You also have curry powder. I'm gonna jump into the curry powder. Powder is good. Skin just kind of melts in your mouth, man. It's better than expected. It's weird, but better than expected. Some suspicious, uniformedly dressed men came in. They looked like the alcohol that they sell here.
Which is that alcohol behind you.
Yeah, they were wearing jackets that looked just like that. And they kind of came in, they announced themselves when they came into the door. We are in a restaurant. I assumed that maybe they were trying to sell their alcohol to people. They went up to several tables that were non-foreigner tables, like locals, talked to them for a moment. One table dismissed them like, nah, we're good. And he was like, oh, thank you. And he walked away. The other guy went to another table and ended up giving them like 2 random items that were not a beverage, and I don't know what those items were, but they got those and they seemed happy. What were the non-beverage items? Why was I not included in these freebies?
After each review,
I don't really like pork skin. I stopped eating that shit. You shouldn't eat that shit. I don't know. It turned my stomach a little bit now. But everything else was really fun and I had a good time. Eric is tipsy and he is very much enjoying people aggressively putting glasses on me. It wasn't really that aggressive, but in Korea, they want to help you put all the things on so they can make the deal. I don't even think she was really in it for the deal. She was just kind of happy. We just giggled about things that we didn't understand what the other one was saying. Didn't really matter. But I bought the glasses from her. I showed her the ones that were broken that I've been wearing all day, and she showed me the ones I already gave you are the exact same. So I bought the ones that she gave me and put on me. And tomorrow will be a less broken ass bitch day.
we've come out around the bend as we had hiked up this hill that we didn't expect to hike up, but it was a nice hike because we got to have a cube with some folks. I'm gonna start over, I fucked all that up. It'll all melt.
Why would it melt?
Because it's ice cream, baby.
That ain't gonna work. It's 1,000, but it's the wrong one. Bitch went with strawberry.
Thanks to everyone over at Patreon who helped make this video possible. If you'd like to help us make more videos, check out Patreon linked below.
The motherfucker just said, USA? USA? And I said, yes. And he said, thank you. And I said, Korea? And he said, yes. And I said, thank you. I just say back whatever they say to me.